Welcome to Miss Scarlett. Subscribe and don't miss out on Patreon. Have fun!
Rodrigo stared at the half-empty bottle of perfume on the bathroom shelf, its elegant glass curves catching the dim light from the window. The breakup with Elena had been brutal, words flying like daggers in their shared apartment until she stormed out, leaving behind a trail of forgotten items. This perfume was one of them, a scent she adored, floral with hints of vanilla and spice. Out of spite, he decided to use it up. Why let it go to waste? He sprayed it on his wrist, the mist settling lightly, and then a bit more on his neck. It felt petty, but satisfying in a small way, a quiet rebellion against the hurt she'd left him with. That evening, he headed to his friend Javier's party, the kind of casual gathering where old college buddies reunited over drinks and laughter. The perfume lingered on his skin, subtle but noticeable in the warm air of the crowded living room. As he navigated through groups of people, a woman with short curly hair turned to him with a bright smile.
"Oh, I love that scent! What's it called? You must be the new girl Javier mentioned. Welcome."
Her eyes widened slightly as she took in his face more closely, realization dawning.
"Wait, Rodrigo? Is that you? Wow, sorry, the perfume threw me off. It suits you though."
He laughed it off, but the comment stuck. Throughout the night, similar mix-ups happened. A guy from his old soccer team clapped him on the back, then paused. "Hey, thought you were someone else for a second. That fragrance is killer. Makes the whole room smell like spring." Another friend, sipping a beer, leaned in. "Dude, you're pulling off that vibe better than expected. People keep asking if I've seen the auburn-haired girl with the amazing perfume." Rodrigo's auburn hair, usually tousled and unremarkable, suddenly felt like part of the illusion. He observed how conversations shifted. People were warmer, more open, lingering in chats rather than the usual quick nods. Women shared stories with him as if he were one of them, and even the guys seemed less guarded, complimenting without the edge of competition. By the end of the night, something inside him stirred, a curiosity about this different way of being seen. The next morning, nursing a mild hangover, Rodrigo stood in front of his mirror, the perfume bottle still on the counter. He sprayed it again, inhaling deeply. It wasn't just spite anymore. It evoked a sense of possibility. His sister Isabella lived nearby and had always been the one to experiment with styles. On a whim, he texted her, asking if he could borrow something simple. She showed up an hour later, curiosity piqued but supportive, handing over a simple black dress from her closet. "Try it on if you want," she said with a shrug. "Clothes are just fabric, right?" In the privacy of his room, he slipped into the dress. The fabric was soft against his skin, falling just above the knees, and with his auburn hair brushed out, he looked in the mirror. It wasn't a costume. It felt like an extension of that party night. He added a touch of the perfume, and for the first time, the reflection matched the shift he'd felt. Isabella knocked, peeking in. "Whoa, you look great! Want to grab coffee like this? No pressure." They did, stepping out into the city streets. People glanced, some smiled, and interactions flowed differently. A barista chatted about the weather with genuine interest. A passerby complimented the dress's fit. Rodrigo noticed how doors opened metaphorically, conversations lingering on shared experiences rather than surface-level banter. Days turned into weeks, and the black dress became a staple. He wore it to casual outings, feeling more at ease each time. The perfume was a constant, its scent weaving into his daily routine. One afternoon, Isabella suggested expanding the wardrobe. "If you're enjoying this, try something lighter." She lent him a floral midi skirt paired with a white blouse, the skirt's patterns of roses and vines swaying as he walked. The outfit felt breezy, feminine, in a way that resonated deeply. He ventured out to a local market, the skirt brushing against his legs in the gentle wind. Vendors haggled with a friendliness he hadn't experienced before, one even gifting an extra apple with a wink.
"You have great taste in outfits, miss."
At home, he experimented with makeup Isabella had left behind. Subtle eyeliner that accentuated his eyes, a bit of gloss on his lips. His auburn hair, now styled with a part down the middle, framed his face softly. Friends noticed the changes gradually. Javier invited him to another gathering, and this time, in the floral skirt and blouse, the compliments were direct.
"You're owning this look,"
a friend said, raising a glass.
"It's like you found a new side of yourself."
Rodrigo, or rather the person emerging, felt a authenticity blooming, conversations delving into emotions and dreams rather than just work or sports. As months passed, the transformation deepened. The simple black dress and floral ensemble were joined by other pieces Isabella shared, each one building confidence. He started shopping on his own, selecting items that felt right, blouses with delicate buttons, skirts that moved with grace. The perfume remained, but it was no longer the centerpiece. It blended with lotions, accessories, and a growing sense of self. Work adjusted too. Colleagues adapted, some offering tips on professional attire that aligned with this new presentation. One coworker, a kind woman named Sophia, pulled him aside. "I love how you're embracing this. It inspires me to be bolder with my own style." Social circles expanded. He joined a book club where members discussed literature with passion, the floral skirt becoming a conversation starter. "That pattern reminds me of the gardens in the novel," someone said during a meeting, leading to hours of engaging debate. Evenings out with Isabella turned into sisterly bonding, trying new cafes where waitstaff addressed him with warmth. The auburn hair, now often tied back with a ribbon, drew admiring glances, reinforcing the shift. By the 3-month mark, the name Rodrigo felt like a distant echo. In quiet moments, he pondered a new identity, one that captured the warmth of the season he felt reborn in. Summer. It fit. The vibrancy, the light. Isabella was the first to use it, casually during a shopping trip. "Summer, what do you think of this scarf?" The name stuck, rolling off tongues naturally as friends adopted it without question. Daily life wove the femininity into every thread. Mornings began with selecting an outfit, a knee-length skirt for errands, a blouse tucked neatly. The perfume was applied like a ritual, its scent mingling with the fabrics. Afternoons might involve walks in the park, where strangers struck up conversations about the weather or nearby flowers, treating summer as just another woman enjoying the day. Evenings brought reflections in the mirror, auburn hair catching the lamplight, the emerald hues of a borrowed necklace hinting at future choices. Challenges arose, but they were met with resilience. A family gathering loomed, and Summer prepared carefully, choosing the floral midi skirt and white blouse for its comfort. Relatives, initially surprised, warmed quickly. An aunt pulled her aside. "You look so happy, dear. That's what matters." The evening passed with stories and laughter, the perfume's subtle aroma blending with the home-cooked meal's scents. Friendships deepened in unexpected ways. Javier, ever the supportive host, organized a game night where Summer arrived in a new blouse Isabella had gifted, its sleeves puffing slightly. The group played cards, jokes flying, but the dynamic had shifted, more inclusive, less competitive. One friend, Marco, confided in her about his own insecurities, something he might not have shared before. "You get it, Summer. You've changed, and it's real." As the 6-month anniversary approached, Summer planned her birthday celebration. The emerald green cocktail dress was a splurge, its fabric shimmering under lights, hugging her form elegantly. She paired it with simple heels and a necklace that caught the eye. The perfume was just a spritz now, one element among many, makeup that enhanced her features, auburn hair styled in loose waves. Isabella helped with the final touches, beaming. "You look stunning. This is you." The party was at a cozy venue downtown, friends gathering to toast the occasion. Laughter filled the air as toasts were made.
To Summer, who's shown us all how to live authentically.
Javier raised his glass, and the room echoed agreement. Summer mingled, feeling the dress's hem swish with each step, conversations flowing effortlessly. Sophia from work arrived with a gift, a book on personal journeys, and they discussed chapters late into the night. Yet, as the evening wound down, a stranger approached, his expression curious.
"I couldn't help but notice you from across the room. That dress is incredible, and there's something about you."
His words trailed off, but his gaze lingered, hinting at unspoken intentions. Summer smiled politely, but a flicker of uncertainty stirred. What lay beyond this night of celebration? The next day dawned bright, and Summer slipped into a comfortable sundress for a morning walk. The city buzzed with energy, people hurrying to their destinations. She stopped at her favorite cafe, ordering a latte, the barista greeting her by name.
"Looking fabulous as always, Summer."
Sipping the warm drink, she reflected on the path that led here, from that spiteful spray of perfume to this seamless integration of self. Afternoons brought new routines. She enrolled in a dance class, the floral skirt from months ago still a favorite for its movement. The instructor, a lively woman named Carla, demonstrated steps, and Summer followed, her auburn hair bouncing with each twirl. Classmates bonded over shared laughs at missteps, forming a circle of encouragement. "You're a natural," Carla said after one session, inviting her to an upcoming recital. Evenings often involved quiet creativity. Summer took up journaling, filling pages with thoughts on identity and growth. The black dress, now a wardrobe classic, hung beside newer pieces, each evoking memories. One night, she sketched designs for outfits, imagining fabrics and colors that matched her evolving style. Social invitations poured in. A picnic with the book club saw her in the white blouse and a new pair of capri pants, though skirts remained her preference. Discussions turned to themes of transformation in literature, mirroring her own story. "It's like the characters who shed their old skins," one member noted, and Summer nodded, sharing insights without revealing too much. Family ties strengthened. Isabella visited more frequently, bringing treats and advice. "Remember that first black dress? Look at you now." They cooked together, experimenting with recipes, the kitchen filled with aromas that complemented the ever-present perfume. Work evolved into a space of productivity and camaraderie. In meetings, Summer contributed ideas confidently, her emerald dress from the birthday making occasional appearances for special occasions. Colleagues respected her input, one even collaborating on a project that highlighted her unique perspective. Community involvement grew. She volunteered at a local art fair, wearing a light blouse and skirt, helping set up booths. Artists complimented her aesthetic, leading to conversations about creativity. "Your style inspires my paintings," one said, showing sketches of flowing dresses. Personal milestones marked the journey. On a rainy afternoon, Summer sorted through old belongings, donating items from her past life, keeping only what felt relevant. The perfume bottle, now nearly empty, sat as a reminder of beginnings. Friendships blossomed further. Marco invited her to a hiking trip, and she chose practical yet feminine attire, a skirt with leggings underneath for the trail. The group trekked through forests, sharing stories under the canopy. "You've brought a new energy to our adventures," Marco admitted by a stream. As summer, the season, faded into fall, Summer adapted her wardrobe with layers, adding cardigans over blouses, the floral midi skirt paired with boots for cooler days, maintaining the feminine essence. One crisp morning, she attended a workshop on self-expression, the emerald dress evoking compliments. Facilitators encouraged sharing, and Summer spoke of authenticity, her words resonating with attendees. Evenings of solitude were cherished. Curling up with a book, auburn hair tucked behind her ear, she lost herself in stories of reinvention. Social events continued. A dinner party at Sophia's home saw Summer in an elegant top and skirt, contributing to lively debates on culture. "Your insights are always spot on," Sophia whispered. Reflections deepened. Staring at her reflection, the transformation felt complete yet ongoing. The perfume, replenished with a similar scent, was a thread connecting past to present. New opportunities arose. Isabella suggested a weekend getaway, and they packed skirts and blouses, exploring a nearby town. Shops tempted with new finds, expanding her collection. Back home, daily errands in feminine attire became second nature. Grocery shopping. The clerk chatted about recipes, treating her as a regular. Creative pursuits flourished. She started a blog anonymously, writing about fashion and self-discovery, her auburn hair featured in subtle photos. Friendships endured tests. When a minor disagreement arose with Javier, they talked it out over coffee, her dress a symbol of vulnerability. Seasonal changes brought festivities. A harvest festival invited costumes, but Summer chose a simple gown, blending in elegantly. Personal growth continued. Yoga classes in flowing pants and tops strengthened body and mind, the instructor praising her poise. One evening, as she prepared for bed in a nightgown, the phone rang. An unknown number. Answering, a voice from the past echoed. Elena's tone surprised. "Rodrigo? I heard, or should I say Summer. We need to talk." The line crackled with tension, leaving Summer wondering what revelations awaited. Mornings after brought resolve. Dressing in the black dress for comfort, she met the day head-on. Coffee with Isabella provided counsel. "Whatever she wants, you're you now." The conversation loomed, but life pressed on. A new art class enrolled her, brushes in hand, painting scenes of transformation. Social networks expanded. Meeting a group of like-minded individuals at a cafe, conversations flowed, her skirt drawing kindred spirits. Reflections on the journey filled quiet moments. From that party to now, each step affirmed her path. Challenges like a flat tire on a rainy day tested her, but in heels and dress, she managed, a kind stranger assisting. Celebrations marked small victories, treating herself to a spa day, pampered in robes, emerging refreshed. Friendships, like with Carla from dance, led to performances, her movements graceful in a specially chosen outfit. As winter approached, warmer layers over skirts maintained the style. A holiday market visit yielded gifts, vendors engaging warmly. Personal rituals evolved. Morning affirmations in the mirror, auburn hair gleaming, reinforced identity. One afternoon, Elena arrived at the door, her expression a mix of regret and curiosity. I left that perfume behind, but seeing you now, it's more than that. They sat, talking for hours, unresolved emotions surfacing, hinting at closure or new beginnings. The discussion lingered into evening. Summer in her emerald dress, the perfume's scent faint but present. Elena left with promises to reflect, leaving Summer at a crossroads. What if this reopened old wounds? Days followed with contemplation. Walks in the park, skirt swaying, cleared her mind. New experiences beckoned. A cooking class in an apron over her blouse taught skills, classmates becoming friends. Evenings of music, dancing alone in her living room, celebrated freedom. Social gatherings, like a birthday for Marco, saw her in festive attire, toasts to growth, reflections on authenticity deepened. The shift from Rodrigo to Summer was irreversible, each day affirming it. Opportunities for travel arose, a short trip to the coast, packing dresses and skirts, beaches welcoming her presence. Back home, routine comforted, laundry days folding feminine garments, a smile on her face. Creative writing sessions produced stories of change, inspired by her life. Friendships with Sophia led to collaborative projects, ideas flowing in meetings. As spring hinted at return, Summer planned garden planting, in a sun hat and skirt, soil under nails. One evening, a knock at the door revealed a package from Elena, containing a note and a new bottle of perfume. For the woman you've become. The gesture stirred emotions, but a phone call interrupted. An unknown voice offering a job opportunity that could change everything. Excitement built. Interview preparations in professional feminine attire boosted confidence. The interview went well, her poise noted. We'd love to have you, they said, but with a catch, a relocation. Weighing options, Summer discussed with Isabella, skirts and blouses scattered as they brainstormed. Personal doubts crept in during quiet nights, but affirmations in the mirror dispelled them. Social support rallied. A group dinner, friends encouraging her decision. Reflections on the past 6 months solidified resolve. From spiteful perfume to authentic self, the journey continued. As she stood on the brink of this new chapter, a storm brewed outside, mirroring internal turmoil. What if accepting meant leaving everything behind? The decision loomed, but life moved forward. Morning runs in active wear that maintained femininity energized her. New hobbies like photography captured moments, auburn hair in frames. Friendships endured distance talks, planning visits. One day, accepting the offer, packing began, dresses carefully folded. Farewell gatherings filled with hugs, promises to stay connected. Hope you enjoyed the story so far. The rest will be available on Patreon.